This is the meeting of the Small Business Committee.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hi, Blanca. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi, Maury.
Hi, Blanca.
Maury, who needs co-host privileges today?
Blanca.
Okie dokie.
Thanks.
And if you could send your presentation to the office, that'd be great. She's on here, right, Maury?
Yeah, beat Tarajano.
Mhm.
How do I pronounce your name, Blanca? Last name Tarajano?
Terrajanu.
Tarajanu, sorry.
It's okay. Let me see how to go about that. Okay. 1
We'll
second.
get privileges in a minute to share, and then we have some people.
Yeah, just give me a moment.
Yeah, take your time. I know Kenny's joining. I don't know if Evelyn is joining. Let me just check. Some others might join too, hopefully.
Okay, she has privileges. You are co-host as well.
Thanks. We'll wait a couple minutes to start. No, Kenny's joining. I have somebody from LIC Partnership is joining, I believe. And even if we don't have tremendous attendance, these go on YouTube, so channel will have it so people can look to it after.
Maury, I'm gonna assign and then I'm gonna come back. I gotta grab a call.
All right, thank you, Debbie.
Leo.
Hi,
There we
Kenny.
go. Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
Nice beard. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. I'm trying to grow it out. I
Uh,
went to trim the other day and they were like, how much do you want us to trim it? I said, well, let's not trim it. Let's let it grow out. So they had to shape it a little. So
looks good.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Uh,
Awesome. So we got a bunch of people joining right now, so that's
Uh-huh.
good. Why don't we why don't we just take a minute for everybody to introduce themselves? I'll just quickly go first. My name is Maury Galinoy. I'm the chair of the Small Business Committee of Community Board 2. We're very happy to have Blanca from SBS here today. Blanca is going to be talking about permitting, especially related to special permits that people don't always realize they need a permit for, like having a bench in front of their shop or their restaurant, or a planter or something like that, but also answering questions about that. Blanca, I'm going to have you introduce yourself last because then you can just go right into your presentation. Kenny, you want to introduce yourself?
Kenny Greenberg, Community Board. I'm the original founder of this group, and I'm also on the Land Use Committee. I have a small neon business that's been in Long Island City for, I think, 45 years now. And actually, I was very happy to be a recipient of small SBS funding last year for their lighting initiative program. So that's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
I love it, love it. I did forget to mention, I am also a small business owner. Have a branded merchandise business, or swag, as you might think of it more popularly. Philo, why don't you introduce yourself? Did I say it wrong, Philo? I do it every time.
It changes depending on like what language you speak. Like if you speak like a Romance language, people usually say philo because that's how you pronounce the I's. But philo is either or, it's okay. But hey everybody, my name is Philo. I work for Woodside on the Move. I am the small business support person there. Essentially, we got a grant for a CDNA, the Avenue NYC grant from SBS. And we're currently on year 3. So throughout the past 3 years, we've been offering small business support to the businesses in Woodside. And that ranges from many things like hosting a restaurant week to doing monthly corridor walkthroughs and seeing if they need any small issues addressed. So yeah, nice to meet everybody.
Thanks for being here, Philo.
Thank you, Mark.
Charles?
Hi, Charles Yu with the Long Island City Partnership. I'm the VP of Economic Development at the partnership, and we are the local development corporation for the Long Island City area, as well as the bid. We manages the bid. But Maury, would this be a good time for me
Perfect
to
time.
take? Yes. So one of the latest initiative that we are working on is a mobility study for the Queens Plaza area as well as the Jackson Avenue area. We've gotten a small grant from the state as well as a small pot of money from State Senator Kristen Gonzalez, and we are working with a group of consultants. And as part of that, we're going to look at pedestrians and cyclist improvements, particularly safety. But I think just for this group, we're also approaching this as a economic development initiative, because some of the merchants and some of the, frankly, employers are telling us that their employees are very reluctant about, crossing to the other side of Queens Plaza to get a slice of pizza because there's 8 lanes of traffic, cars, trucks, vehicles, buses, bike lanes. It's honestly, a little mentally daunting and stressful to cross Queens Plaza. So that's why we're looking into it. And I think after the study, when we have to report, we're going to go back to DOT and the city about actually implementing. However, I do want to mention that we have a public focus group that we are inviting community members to let us know and what kind of challenges they are facing on Queens Plaza in the study area every day, and then voicing their concerns and share their ideas about improving the conditions and particularly the pedestrian experience. The public focus group will be on Wednesday, November 5th, 6:30. I have a flyer here, but I don't know if I can share screen, Maury. But I also sent you a copy. I don't know if you can. Do you want me to drop the link? I'll drop the link in the chat in case anyone is interested in getting a little more information and the registration. Yeah, and that's all I wanted to share tonight. And I'll encourage you to come and let us know how we can make this really key corridor and one of the entrances to Queens better and nicer and safer for pedestrians.
Charles, I'll also mention to you, I know you have another meeting after this, but I don't know if you have time, but it's 6 o'clock. There's a engagement committee meeting on Zoom for the community board. If you're not able to, I can shoot a message over to Tanya and Patrick to make sure they have information on this. But if you're able to send somebody.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to join,
Okay.
but I am planning to join the transportation committee next week.
Oh, so I'll be there.
It's I think 2 days before the focus group, so I'll mention it there as well.
All right, and then okay, great, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for the time, Maury.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming to the meeting. Appreciate it. Is it Glamis?
Yeah, it's Glamis.
Hi,
Glamis
Glamis.
Haro.
Welcome.
Hi, it's my first time here. Glamis Haro, I'm the new director at the Small Business Development Center in Queens College in LaGuardia. So I'm here to introduce myself to the business community and inform you that we are open for business and we need businesses. We need businesses, startups. We need businesses who are looking for access to capital. And we are also need businesses who are looking to get certified as a minority in business. And we do that all at no cost.
Fantastic. Glamis, do you want to drop a note with like the website or any of that information into the chat?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put it in the chat. Good to see you, Richard. And Philo, I got to know your organization last week in LaGuardia corridor. We were in an event. And who else I know here? I think that's Saul and Charles. Yeah, I got to meet you as well. So happy to be here. I put my email in the chat.
Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. Welcome, Glamis. Victor, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Name is Victor Prado. I'm with Queens Economic Development Corporation. I'm actually the program manager for Astoria and the neighborhood development team. So I directly support the small businesses in Astoria. I've actually worked with Bianca before when I think in the SBS Best team. Great help. You were actually praised
you,
this
Victor.
week. Grisel from El Nono spoke very
Oh.
highly of you.
Oh,
and
thank
your services. So small world that probably the last time I saw you was then, and I see you now. But actually, might be wondering what does the story have to do with Sunnyside? I actually live in Sunnyside, so upon all of those things, I'm actually here as a resident, but local neighbor working in the neighborhood. So thank you everybody for the welcome.
Thanks, Victor. Welcome. Yeah, and our district covers Long Island City, Maspeth, Blissville, Woodside, and Sunnyside. A little bit of Northern Boulevard. So even if we're not in even if you're CB1, you're so close, we welcome you.
Yeah, I'm right here on 41st and Greenpoint, so I'm in the neighborhood. But
oh, you're right here. Yes.
I live in Sunnyside. Yeah, I'm a resident.
Yeah. So you are right here. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Victor.
I am just your neighbor, Victor, just for you to know. I'm on 48th Avenue and 39th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're neighbors.
Southsiders representing.
Absolutely. My job is just down the block.
Oh, awesome. Okay, who else do we have here? Nick.
Hi, how you doing?
Welcome, Nick.
I guess I'm introducing myself. I don't even know if I'm in the right place, but I'm the owner of Bar 43 over on 43rd Street. If anybody knows that.
Yeah, you're in the right place.
Yeah, I just seen the message about. I'm assuming it's about like the sidewalk cafes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just really trying to. I just got a fine after I went to the community board meeting. Believe it or not.
Oh no.
Or the same day as, I don't even know, but I'm just a little curious because they changed the. I had, they're talking about 8 feet, but I had 8 feet, but then they planted a tree, and now I don't know if I can kind of continue with my application. But if that's what you guys are talking about, and if I can gather some information and maybe get pointed in some maybe right direction, who do I talk to? I mean, I paid the application already, but and the community board approved it, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm not going to do it if they're going to have me a $500 fine every week.
That's right. I think Blanca's going to be able to help you when we go into the presentation. And then afterwards, maybe you can connect directly with her.
Yeah, I'll be able to assist you with that or
Perfect.
guide you in the right direction.
Perfect. Thank you very
And we're
much.
so lucky to have a liaison like Blanca who actually lives in the district too. So
It's Blanca.
Thank you.
Blanca?
Yeah, it's Blanca. Yes.
Blanca, I need your email because I'm gonna need you to help me reopening a business in Greenpoint and 46th Street very soon. The
Of
renovations are
course.
gonna be ending very soon.
Yeah,
Oh.
I will definitely put my contact after the presentation. I could do it now. I'll put my contact information so you'll have my number and my email, and anyone could always just reach out to me directly.
Is that
Yeah.
the German kebab store?
No, this is a Turkish restaurant.
Oh
It
yeah, I
was-
know the one.
Yeah, that was
Sophie,
shut
that's right.
down. Yeah.
Sofra.
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard, I missed you.
Hi everyone, my name is Richard Portilla. I work with the Long Island City Partnership. I'm the business assistance manager for the organization. We service the Western Queens IBSP grant or IBSP grant contract. I keep saying grant. The IBSP contract. So I help mostly industrial businesses, but at this point, I take everybody, anything, anyone, refer them over to good resources like the SBDC, especially when they're startups. They help with business planning, they help with LLC formation. So I lean heavily on LaGuardia because they seem to really want to bring in these businesses. On top of that, we also help with legal resources. Literally anything you guys need, we help. So DOT, FDNY, DOB, all these, we have connections to a lot of these organizations that can help expedite certain things. So if anybody needs any help, I'm here for it. And so I just want to say hi to the CB2. I think you may have known Osagi Alpha. He was my predecessor, and I'm his replacement for now.
Thanks. It's nice to meet you, Richard. Thanks for coming.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Okay, let's see who's next. Who am I missing? Rohan.
Hey, Maury, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right. How's everyone doing today?
Yay.
Good. So yeah, my name is Rohan Kapoor. I am currently a commercial real estate advisor here at Newmark. What I do is I help a lot of business owners in Long Island City and Queens, especially like with M-Zone product, kind of find new spaces, help with relocations, renewals, etc. Even just for strategic advisory services. That's what we do here. My colleague Tyler Kunkel is also alongside me here. We work together. Myself in particular, I'm a Queens local and native. I've lived in Forest Hills and Rego Park for the past 6 years and continuing to love to support the Queens community.
Thank you. Welcome, Rohan.
Pleasure to be here.
Tyler, do you want to say something?
Sure. As Rohan mentioned, I am his teammate. I actually just moved here a few months ago. I'm originally from Indiana, but I'm trying to get to know the Queens area better and figured best way to do it was by hearing from the people on the community board.
Well, you're welcome. We're glad you're here. There's lots of great committees for the community board. So come to a full board meeting this Thursday if you can, and come to some of the committee meetings. It's a great way to get to know the neighborhood.
Will do. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
So
All
it's
right.
next Thursday, by the way,
Oh,
next week.
shoot. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
And
Yeah.
I can also say, as a resident of in the neighborhood in Sunnyside, for 25 years, you are in the right place. You are in the right place. We're amazing. We are friendly. We have nice small little parks, and it's the people's place. The United Nations. I call it the United Nations all together in one ball.
And Queens is a borough of villages or small towns. So I don't know what it was like where you were. You said you were in Indiana before?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so Queens is like the Indiana of New York City. It's a lot of
Absolutely.
little towns, little communities.
It's been great so far, and there's actually a lot of people from Indiana who've been
Oh,
moving
very
to
cool.
Queens and Brooklyn. So I've been
Well,
able to
welcome.
meet a lot of people in the same position as me.
Yeah, welcome and come to some of the committees in the full board meeting next Thursday, as Kenny said. Thank you.
Absolutely will do.
All right, Blanca, without any further ado, I want to turn it over to you to talk about permits and your services.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm excited to be a part of this. It's my first time being a part of this with the community board too. So thank you, Maury, for the invitation. I know some of you from either working together before, but my name is Blanca Terrajanu, and I am a small business compliance advisor within the Department of Small Business Services. I am part of NYC BEST, which is NYC Business Express Service Team. We are fully, as of late, I think as of like 2 months ago, we're now fully equipped. So I'm just gonna introduce who we are first, and then we'll get into the information that you guys were seeking. Let me see how I can share my screen.
Should be a button at the bottom
Yep.
center. Yep.
Can you see my screen? Yes. So this is us, NYC BEST Business Express Service Team. Sorry. Okay. So our team is made up of, well, it's two sides, one team, basically. So we have small business advocates, and then we have compliance advisors. I myself am a compliance advisor, which we provide on-site consultations, one-on-one consultations to help businesses understand all the rules and regulations with every agency that basically will be inspecting them. So we help them understand the rules and regulations with all the regulatory agencies. We help them open, operate, and expand. So we go to them no matter where they are. It could be anywhere within the 5 boroughs. They could be in Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens. We travel everywhere. We travel to them to provide that service. Our small business advocates, they are the ones that are here in the office, and they work as a liaison between the city agencies and the small business owners. So, for example, like right now, someone mentioned that they have a violation. So I will definitely connect with you, and we will then also I will bring in one of my team members, a small business advocate, to help contact the agency and understand what is it that they're really why they're citing you, what their expectations are. You mentioned that you already filled out your application. It got somewhat approved already with the community board. So we just to further understand if there's any remedy so you could move forward with your application, or whether or not you're no longer going to qualify because of that planter that you mentioned. So that's something that our advocates here in the office would do. So you have our contact information there. So what's the best way to keep up with our team? So we have a newsletter. We definitely collaborate, and we have definitely collaborated with LIC. Like I think it's LIC Partnership, I believe it is. I've definitely worked with Sunnyside Shines. I've worked with Philo, Woodside on the Move. So it's nice to see you guys. I think with LIC Partnership, I myself was not, but my team has gone through corridor walkthroughs with you. So it's great to see like a full circle of everyone just still coming together in different ways, right? To stay connected. We also provide a boot camp, which this is amazing. It's a 9-module course presented by our partner agencies, providing effective educational tools for small businesses. What does that mean? So every week, we have a couple of modules. We have 9 courses, and we'll have health department, we'll have someone from FDNY, someone from Oath, just to come and give updated information. And yeah, the boot camp is very successful. So that's basically who we are and my introduction to our team. Let me just stop sharing. Okay. Now, with Maury, I know that you guys were interested in getting a little information or more information regarding planters, what the deal is with planters, if you need a permit, if you don't need a permit, as well as with benches. So with planters and benches, you do need a permit, and it's revocable consent with DOT. I will put it in the chat. I'll give you guys the links, and also if I can send some of the things that I've downloaded where you have pricing and everything, and also measurements. So for planters, we're talking about, it depends, because I also myself live in the neighborhood. Give me one quick second, guys, I'm sorry. So sorry about that. So I myself live in the neighborhood, so it depends what we mean with planters. I know some people just want to put small little plants to make it look pretty, to kind of attract customers to their store. So the rule is that it shouldn't be less than 18 inches and no taller than 48 inches. Because if it's smaller than 18 inches, then anyone could just trip. Or the wind is going to blow it away. It's going to fall. It's going to make a mess. It's just going to become a hazard to any pedestrian that's walking by. So anyone that wants to put planters outside, it can't be smaller than 18 inches and no higher than 48 inches. We've seen where they have these beautiful, stone planters and stuff like that. So that's basically, when you want to put something like that, that's when it's advised to get this permit, and it would be $25 per planter. Now, for the bench can't be greater than 6 feet in length, and it should be from your building line, or maybe 6 inches, not further than 6 inches from your building line, in front of your store. So that is allowed. It definitely, you need a revocable consent permit, and the price for that is $150. That's the annual rate. So that's something that you would pay yearly. And just like the planter is also an annual rate. So yeah, I know that was, I'm sorry.
Is the fine the same, Blanca, for the bench and the planter, or are they different?
I haven't encountered any business that has received this violation.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great, right? Yeah, I think it's one of those things. So it's one of those things, like, you do need a permit to have this out there. It could be one of those things where people are like, oh, I've been having my bench here for many, many years, and I've never heard of this. I've never gotten a ticket. you know, and that's awesome. That's great. You know, no one's really complained about it. It hasn't obstructed pedestrian pathway, any of that. So that's great. But then, you know, someone opens up, they put a bench, it's their first year, and you know, and they get a violation, and they're like, oh, but you know, someone else is doing it and they're okay with it. So it's, you know, we get that a lot. And my job is just to, you know, educate the public. So I just give them the information that's out there. And I, you know, I ask them to do the best they can.
I know Nick, did someone have a question?
Not really a question, more like a comment. First of all, great job with the presentation, and you know, we have a good relationship, working relationship with the best team. Everybody's best team is, you know, really helpful in terms of helping small businesses open. There's a lot of permitting, expediting, and that kind of assistance being provided by Best. So love you guys. The other
Nice.
thing I want to add is, you know, i- i- thinking about the mobility study and beautifying the streets and the public realm, DOT also has other programs that could potentially help with planters and other street furnitures. I know the dining out program is one of them. And if you know the business is next to a plaza, I think you can request planters from DOT. I think they call them street delineators because they're supposed to be redirecting traffic, but basically they're planters that helps manage traffic flows. So that, like, these are creative ways of also adding flowers and beautification to the public realm.
Yes, so these for the zero visibility streets mostly, this is where it comes in handy, right? When they want to, or they're removing a street, a traffic street, they're like, you know, we're gonna just remove this. We're gonna create a small little plaza here. So how do you separate, right? How do you or integrate that space, or so that it's just not one huge sidewalk anymore, right? So that's where those planters come into place, and that's where you know, some business can request that from DOT. If you have that such circumstance where, you know, you could also request where, like I'm mentioning, you know, like they've removed a busy trafficked street, they decided to just pave it, and so then they can request to put furniture there, and stuff like that. So that is definitely, you know, that is an option. Thinking about, let's say, you know, when Maury came and asked me, so I'm thinking about community board too. So what are these neighborhoods, right? So we're talking about Sunnyside, we're talking about, you know, the neighborhoods that he mentioned. Not most of them don't have these big plazas like that. So, and him and I were talking about this, just new business that opened up here in Sunnyside, which everyone should check out, which is the Sconery. They're delicious, amazing. They're great. I gave them a consultation. Love her. So she has a bench outside, you know, so that's where this actually all started, you know, because we have a lot of new businesses, or, you know, even existing businesses that they're just like, can we put a bench out? Can, you know, we don't want to have people, like too many people inside, maybe just so they could sit down, have their coffee, you know, and then, you know, keep it going and stuff like that. So that's how this definitely started. But yes, like the information you just gave is great. And it definitely applies more to Long Island City, because you guys have all that space, and you guys, you know, especially everything that you're about to create, which is amazing. That's when that would come in a lot more handy.
Yeah, and in areas, and now we have a lot of very small, especially food service places and bakeries, and people want to, you know, whether to get a scone or go to Masa Madre and get, you know, any of the great things that they have there. You know,
Donuts, conchas, bread, everything.
the conchas are great, vanilla or chocolate. But and then you go sit out. You want to sit. You know, they don't have enough tables for inside. But like, if you want to eat something, it's too hot in there. This crowded line. There's no room to. So if they can have a bench or a little chair, they want to add stuff, and people want it in the community. So I think you're, like you said, a lot of new businesses, the area is becoming quickly like a bakery district. And, people don't know what the rules are, and people
Yeah.
expect to be able to eat something out, and sit somewhere, but if they can't. So I think it's good to be able to address that. Yeah, I want to ask you also, if you can, Blanca, before we get to the next question, because I think it'll be great to address his question specifically, because it'll probably be good for a lot of folks that would benefit by hearing it as well, because I don't think he's alone. But with your services specifically, can you talk a little bit about how you're not the enforcement part, you're the part that tries to help people meet the requirements and not get penalized, and how you're like a separate agency that kind of even does, I think you do like mock compliance,
So
like grades and all that?
yeah, so we're definitely not enforcement. So on from the compliance advisors, we were previously we were, each one of us were inspectors for different agencies. We have someone that used to be, FDNY inspector. We have health department inspectors that are made, that make up our team, DCWP inspectors. So we were all formerly inspectors, and now we are no longer on that enforcement aspect. We go and we help businesses pass these inspections. So we have firsthand knowledge as inspectors as to like what these departments look at. But obviously, and of course, we get yearly trainings, many trainings to keep up to date with all these new rules, new regulations. What are the new trends that these inspectors are now looking at, and stuff like that. So we go in and we give one-on-one consultations, and we do walkthroughs in their business from outside all the way inside, and we touch up on the different rules and regulations that apply to them. So depending on what the business is, it might not just be one specific agency that's going to come in and conduct an inspection on them. It could be a couple of agencies that can visit them on a yearly basis. FDNY definitely does their yearly inspections. Then you could have a DCWP if it's a retail business. You can have health department if it's, anything with food establishments, or if it's a daycare health department also, they are licensed with the health department. I know a lot of places, a lot of people now are opening up recreational type of also indoor, whether it's indoor sports. So we see that a lot in Long Island City. I helped someone just recently, actually. So that touches up a lot with FDNY and Department of Buildings regulations. So we have a walkthrough together, make sure that, the exits are not being blocked, make sure that they have their fire extinguishers, the occupancy. What is this building's occupancy? What is the number of people that are allowed inside this business? What the space. So that is done by the compliance advisors. That's when we go and we make these visits, and it's a one-on-one visit, and that's when we can provide the best service, when we're there face to face. Do we provide also sometimes if someone doesn't feel well, or for whatever reason they want to do it over the phone on a video, we definitely accommodate to that. But it's always better when you see it in person. So that's what we do. Whatever we discuss with the business, it stays with us. We don't go and we're not going and snitching on anyone or telling on anyone. We're there to help the small business, and that's our main goal, and to build that trust. And a lot of these businesses, they're recurring clients, like on a yearly basis. They're like, hey, can you stop by again before they come and inspect me? Can we just make sure we're good? Or, I changed my staff. I don't have the same staff anymore. So can we make sure that we're all working, accordingly? Or they want to expand, and stuff like that. So I don't know, did I answer the question?
Yeah, you totally
Okay.
did. Totally. Very
Okay.
comprehensive. I appreciate that. So yeah, now we can switch to Q&A more for the open time and ask, Nick, do you want to start with your specific question so we can address that? Do you feel comfortable with that?
I mean, I can definitely talk about it. I know it's kind of coming up on the end of the season anyway. Just that I made obviously the application with the DOT. They've approved it. Comptroller is looking for their deposit, I guess, and the community board has approved it. But the plans that I submitted are no longer the plans that are realistic, right? So what do you do in this case? If I have to, they not only put a tree bed, but they put a railing around it. So that really kind of like narrows the space down. So it's kind of like, well, do I have to redraw plans, resubmit? I don't know if there's fees with that. Do you scrap the application? Do you do it again next year? There's a lot of.
Yeah, we'll definitely get someone. I want to get your information. I want to get your contact. I also put my contact on the chat. If you can save it right now, send me an email and let's get started on that. So I can have a small business advocate. They're gonna contact you. They're gonna need to look at all the documents, right? All the paperwork. Mainly not your first. The first thing that we just need is to see, you said that they came in and they gave you a violation. So we want to look at that violation. And then we want to just open up the communication with our liaison at DOT. And to get a little more clarification, I'm sure they're going to ask you questions, a lot more questions, of course. Like when you applied, when you made this application, did it look like what you submitted? And then later you're saying that tree pit and stuff like that happened after you made that submission.
Yeah, there was they removed the tree, the building concreted over the sidewalk and fixed it all up, and then they came and cut the sidewalk out again, actually made a bigger hole than what was there previously, and planted a tree.
Okay, so yeah, so let's open up the conversation with them, right? Let's open up the conversation and they'll bring you in and then let's see what they say. If there's anything that can be done, like what do you do in this circumstance, right? Because when you submitted your application, when you paid for that application and that submission and everything, whatever you put on those plans was exactly what it was. And now the city made a change. So what happens next, right? So like, I obviously I can't give you a direct answer, but I know for a fact that
they're not going to take the tree out either way, right?
They're not, definitely not. I doubt it. There's no city is going to say.
So no matter what, if they want me to stay in compliance into the next season, say I can't.
Well, I live in Sunnyside myself. I can't remember Yes, I know. I've told you. You ignored me when I first came to you and I told you about our services. See, that's what happens. That's what happens.
You don't need them until you need them, right?
Exactly. There you go. I told you, so you should have reached out. You're like, no, we're good. I've been here for I was like, okay, I'm glad I can help you now.
Right?
I'm just glad I can help you now.
Now you have to tell everybody about SBS and you have to tell everybody about CB2's small business committee that they have to come to us every month. And
I will. I'm gonna tell them. I'm like, watch what's gonna happen if you don't listen. No. But I'm just.
You can show them this morning.
Definitely, please email me and we'll get this going, and let's just see what they say. Let's stay hopeful. Let's see what they say. I think you have maybe 2 tables. You said you have 2 row of tables or just 1 row of tables outside?
I have 2. Well, 1 row realistically, and service path. Service path. I don't know if you can use the sidewalk as service path, but I can't really jam tables up against the building anyway because the door's all open. There's a fire exit there.
Yeah.
It would really cut me down from having 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 tables. And if I went inside and left them there 8 foot, I would probably be able to put 6 tables.
Okay. I definitely
That's not 6 tables separately. That's like 4 tops. And I call them 6 tables, but it's like 3, 4 tops instead of like
yeah.
whatever it is. you know?
Let's see what they say. We just have to really see what they say, you know? This happened after you know, so it's like, do we amend it? Can we just make an amendment? What do we show? How many tables and chairs can they still allow you to have? You know, like,
Yeah.
let's get the ball rolling. You need to shoot me that email so that I could connect you with the small business advocate, and then we can do all of that. Without you sending that email first, it's, you know, like,
Let me send a note so you don't.
there you go.
Perfect.
Shoot it now if you forget, and then don't come here that you were not helped by NYC Best.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blanca.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have questions for Blanca or about the SBS? Kenny?
Hi, Blanca. Thank you. That was a great presentation.
Hi, Kenny.
I'm not sure if this is a comment or a question. I mentioned before that I was fortunate to receive funding from the SBS commercial district lighting programs. I actually had
Yes.
I had projects in actually 3 different neighborhoods, so I was you know, just had a wealth of fortune of, you know, good fortune. But in every single instance, we ran into so many issues of compliance. We were dealing with DOT, we were dealing with parks, we were dealing with Con
The
Ed.
lights.
We were
Yeah.
dealing, yeah, because it was electrical, it was lights, and so on. And in fact, recently, someone from that program got on a Zoom with me and one of the other local bids to pick my brain as to how to get through the process.
Well, you definitely been put through the ringer, right? For 3
Yeah,
different
exactly.
occasions.
Exactly. And truth be told, a lot of it was, you know, apart from being seat of my pants, some of it was just good fortune. Some of it was like, you know, let's just do it and see what happens. And, you know, fortunately, these all kind of worked out. But it occurs to me that, you know, there needs to be a link between that program as well as other arts programs, possibly with your team, because it's not unusual for artists to create projects that are completely out of the normal realm of how these projects are viewed. I've seen it I've seen it in the commercial world as well, where an artist wants to, I'm dealing right now with an artist who wants to bring a piece in from Germany, and there's all kinds of compliance issues about the equipment because everything he has is all certified for Europe, and we're trying to find the equivalent for the USA, and some of it actually just simply does not exist. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to that. So I guess it's a comment and a question in one fell swoop.
So it's funny you touch up on this, because I was thinking about this and I was gonna mention this to you, Maury, that, you know, now that the winter time is coming, and, you know, a lot of the businesses, what they love to do is, because it looks beautiful, they love to string lights on trees and trees, you know? And this is an issue with the Parks Department. So we see a lot of violations and stuff like that. So just to keep a heads up, you know, we're coming into the season, and just to like keep the merchants informed about this and so on. Now, in regards to what you were mentioning, Kenny, unfortunately, SBS, we work with storefronts. So it has to be a brick and mortar. It's like a brick and mortar business for me to be able to provide them that the service, the compliance, because we focus on rules and regulations pertaining to every city agency that will go and physically inspect that location. That's why. Yeah. So I know you're dealing with like you mentioned, that artists and stuff like that. That's more like customs, right? It's customs and all that type of regulations, and yeah. So, but
No, it's just something that needs to be thought about, and I, you know,
oh yes,
bringing it up, yeah.
a lot. I know. But thank you.
Particularly in Long Island City, because, well, Charles is not here at this point, but you know, the partnership has received grants for a lot of outdoor art projects, and you know, again, they're going to run into issues. It doesn't have to be electrical. It could be as simple as, you know, what's needed to put a scaffold up to paint a mural.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So-
I'm definitely. I wonder if yeah, I wonder if there's a let me think of like if there's something that I can shoot your way that could maybe assist you, like if there's like somewhere like that you can get this information from, if there's an agency, if there's someone within certain agencies that will be able to assist with rules and regulations. So something more towards what you're handling.
That would be great. Thank you.
Absolutely, Kenny. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Blanca, just to make sure, your team, are you in the same team or department with Tanisha Sykes?
Yeah,
She's our
yep.
current contact there. So you guys are similar in the same regard, or are you taking on something different from Tanisha?
No. We are the same team. So
Okay,
Tynesha is the director of NYC Best. Yes.
never mind then. I have
You
you
have
on my
the
thing.
yes.
Yeah, if anything, is it best that I still go through channels through Tanisha, or is it that I go straight to you?
You could do both, you know. I mean,
Okay,
you do have like the contact with Tynesha. She's the director for NYC Best. We we all work together, you know.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, we all work together. You could always reach out to me as well. Because I work very closely, as Maury knows, you know, like Maury will contact me directly, you know. He'll just shoot me a text, you know, Sunnyside Shines, people from there, they'll shoot me a text and stuff like that. So it's whatever works best for you, whatever you know, if it's a quick question, feel free to just shoot a text. If it's something way more elaborate and stuff like that, then you could definitely go with Tanisha. If you guys are talking, you know, we're still talking about like maybe doing our walkthroughs. You know, our point of contact is Angel Pagan, that he's the one that's been coordinating with our partners all the NYC Best walkthroughs and stuff like that. So you could use us like that, basically.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Blanca, for this robust discussion. There's so much that SPS is offering that can help small businesses, and so many of you or other organizations are helping. Nick, thanks for coming. Thanks for the question. We hope you'll come back again, and also if you know anybody else who's interested and wants to come to the next meeting, spread the word about us. I'm gonna jot my information into the chat, and also the link to the CB2 website, which has our meetings for various different committees, for anyone that wants to come to other meetings. And I really ask you, if you have ideas, if you're curious about other things that you want us as a committee to cover, or your agency or group is offering information that might be helpful to small business and local economy here in CB2, please, shoot an email over to me, maurycb2@pm.me, and I will and then copy the office, which is the QN02 address, and we will work on getting it onto the agenda to address it.
Hi, Maury, I have a question for you,
Yeah.
or rather for CB2. I did email CB2 email, the CB2 email in regards to tree planting for GVS. I have not gotten a receipt or like a response from that email.
Might have
Are you
gotten caught in quarantine. Can you
okay?
resend the email?
Sure, I'll forward it over to
Did
you.
you send, Richard, did you send it to QN02?
I sent it to
Because if it was an O, it
CB2.
wouldn't have come.
It was a what?
If you did QN02, it wouldn't come to us. So I
No,
just
no,
want
no,
to
no.
make sure
I
it's
think I sent it.
QN02.
I think I sent it to CB2 at something. Let me check, but
No,
I'll
that's
Yeah.
not it. Our
Yeah.
The one
email
I just-
address is qn02@cb.nyc.gov.
Okay. Okay, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I have that here. It's qn02@cb.nyc.gov. I'll
just
forward
resending
it again.
Great,
could've
thank
got
you.
caught in quarantine or something, so just
Gotcha.
send it, yeah. Yeah. All right, awesome. Well, this is great, and we're actually finished a little bit. I can give you 10 minutes back to your life, and give Debbie a break before her next meeting in a few minutes. And again, her next meeting is the engagement committee meeting, right, Deb? Yeah, all right, awesome. Well, thanks again, everybody, for coming. Have a
Yes.
great evening. And don't forget, next Thursday, a week from this Thursday, is the full Community Board 2 meeting. And everybody's welcome to come to that meeting.
Is the meeting in person or is all also virtual?
It's hybrid. It's hybrid. So
hybrid.
you can
Okay.
you can go virtually and you can go in person as well. And there is a public comment period, which is a couple of minutes. You know, it's a great opportunity to spread, you know, share information or spread the word.
Couple of minutes per person.
Yeah, what did I say?
You already said a couple of minutes.
Oh, yeah, right. A couple of minutes per person. But that
Where
doesn't
is-
mean like send 6 people in 12 minutes. Where is it? It's held at Sunnyside Community Services on 39th Street.
Okay.
You know, for like partner agencies or other groups, sometimes you can get on the agenda and then you're given a little more than 2 minutes, but that's at the discretion of the chair and the district manager, Debbie, who's here. But if you do want to come out and speak and talk about, you know, what your agency does, or you want to, if there's a special event or program, it's a good way to come. You can put out flyers and information and just make sure you get on the list. Whether you do it virtually or you come in person, it's a great opportunity to get information out to the public.
Very awesome.
Yeah, a lot of electeds there, a lot of other groups, and they'll help amplify your messaging.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good to meet you, everyone.
Welcome, Glamis. Welcome to the community. Well, you're a longtime community person, but welcome in this new role. We appreciate you coming by. Thanks, everybody. And Debbie, thanks as always for being our host and helping us make this happen. Have a great
Have a good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, Maury.
Have a good night.
Thank you,